All
right, thank you. Okay, now, and I want to see, this is my first webinar, and then I try to see what I'm doing, okay? So, and let me give you a little bit of story and why I come here to do cleaning instead of the Kung Fu. Everybody knows me to Kung Fu. Everybody knows me to do Zen Tai. But I've been doing this longer than anybody probably expected. And as I said yesterday, I did a little bit of demonstration yesterday, and I talked to everybody. And it was the 70s when I started to help with the cancer patients. Because a young lady came to see me, told me that her mother was diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer. At that time, China had very, very poor medical system. Today, definitely, they still cannot do much. And they said they have a few weeks to live. She just wanted her mother to live a little bit more comfortably before she passed away, because they already know she's going to die. So they want to see if she can live a little bit comfortably and before she dies. The best way is to do some Qigong. So I happened to teach Qigong at the park with some senior citizens, with some people at the park. So she came over, I just worked with her. 1 week passed, and she kept coming every day. Of course, in China, everybody does that every day. She came, and then next week she came again. I said, well, she did better. Her daughter was no longer accompanying her. She can come by herself. But because at the beginning, she had to, carried, kind of semi-carried, walk very, very slowly, and a very, very struggle way to come. But this time, it's not the case. So she came and began to practice with me, and 1 month passed, 2 months passed. She was resilient, and she was just brightening and radiating. Wow, that also gave me a shock. I said, well, it's working, because when I was young, I never thought this thing gonna work that well. And because of her energy, because so many people, that energy affected her, that energy transported into her, and then drive that frequency to be so coherent with the nature, without all these debris today, the chaotic signals today, I think she's getting really, really well. So later I had to go to college. I studied English. Because that time when I taught her, I didn't know a single word of English. I had no idea. If you ask me how many English words, I would tell you, I counted 16. People didn't ask me later. 1 year later, people asked me, how many English letters are there? I said, well, I think 16. They said, are you sure? I said, 16. So at that time, I didn't know any English. The only thing I knew was Qigong, Kung Fu. So I went to study. I really work on studies. So I let other people to help me in the park. She was one of them, really, really into it. Then I didn't read in the park until 20 years later. You know what happened? She was the biggest star in the park. And she taught hundreds of people in the park. And people just fascinated with her because her experience with cancer, because she was in her 50s or 70s, she almost died, and she didn't die. Now she's 90. And then the people really fascinated with her story. That's what it is. And I was just there. She introduced me as her teacher, and I was very, very proud. So that was the beginning of my cancer experiment. But I always believe that we have the ability to heal ourselves. Why? Because when I was young, I had infectious, chronic, and meningitis. but I never crippled like this. We have some people crippled, some people died. I was the only one I knew for a lot of people infected by that transmitted, transmittable virus. That's meningitis. Because I surrounded by a group of people who knew Qigong, a group of people who really know the energy healing, the group of people who know Chinese medicine, that really helped me. And I firmly believe in that. Because of that, and that's why I try to help people. And along the way, and after in the 70s, and I helped numerous people. I will give you a story. I can give you countless stories. And to tell you about the stage 4 cancer for the people who transmitted from Chicago to China, from Italy, and to Brazil. So many people, and I worked with. I don't believe I ever saved a single life, but I do see, because of me, I opened the window for them. Because of me, I opened the curtain for them. Because of me, I opened another way so they can see the blue sky. They can see beyond that tunnel, beyond that door, beyond that curtain. That's what I see. And that's why I consistently work with the people. Normally, people, they go to hospital, they charge them thousands of dollars. I charge them $200 per hour. Sometimes maybe the heavy one are supposed to charge them $500. But I normally charge them $200. Sometimes even $100, that's okay. You don't have money, it's okay. Some people just don't have money. What are you going to do? You still do it. That's the way I do things. So right now, I want to use this opportunity because of the pandemic. I want to see, let's do something. I probably can help the people from different parts of the world. What is cancer? I want to see from the DNA's point of view. I told people, I'm the one decode DNA. You have a survival DNA, you have the environmental DNA, you have the family program DNA, you have the generations, transmitted DNA. How the DNA work? Cancer patients are the patients who infected by over 100 diseases. We cannot identify them, and we don't know how to do it. And the medical community don't know what to do with them. They put them together. They don't say that. They say, over 100 diseases, and we put them together. They didn't say that they cannot do anything about them. And then they put them together. They call cancer. It's over 100 diseases. And then there's mutated diseases. Those are mutated diseases. Those are diseases basically broke that order of the DNA. That's the cause of it. And then what I see is everybody is responsible to make the cancer. If I have cancer, I'm the one responsible. If you have the cancer, you're the one responsible. Period. Absolutely, 100%. All the cancer patients I met, 100% are what I mean. 100% for the last 40 years, everybody's responsible. Everybody has some problems. I don't say I don't have problems. But I say everybody has a problem. Because of that problem, they could not let it go. They begin to affect it by that loop. Actually, I call loop of cancer. See, can be decoded. It can be that. Because if you make it cancer, you can definitely peel off. Do the opposite. But today's conventional medicine use drugs, use therapy, use radiation. Do you really solve the problems? No, you don't. The roots of the problems you don't solve. Because why they make a cancer? Because of the psychological problem, because of the physical problem, because of behavior problems, because of what they eat, what they do. That makes everything happen to be cancerous, to mutate because of the order, the DNA disorder. They begin to mutate the cancers are supposed to die. Then they die, they become cancerous, become lump. They they become a bigger lump. And then they become magnetic. So what I see is that the best way is conditioning. This is the way you conditioning, reverse the conditioning. This is the way you eat, reverse the way to eat. This is the way you behave, you reverse the way to behave. So there are so many factors involved with that. What I see over here, I don't say, okay, I'm the saver. No, I'm not. I just point the way, they have some way you can do it. Some way you can do it. And then what is the key combination? The key combination is, so what do you behave? What is your lifestyle? What is the way you think? What is the way you eat? What is the way you do everything together? How you become conditioned? How you were programmed? How your family have been programmed? Everything affects. So from that end, and you know what's the cause, and then go from there. The energy level, because the cancer patients have low energy, very chaotic energy. So you need to, how can we make them more purified? Give them maybe meditation. Okay, they're chaotic, and then breathing, they have a lot of oxygenation problems. So how do they give them oxygenation? How give them better breath? How give them a little bit of calmness? Give them a little bit better organization. Everything affects that. So, and what I see is a decoded cancer, so you are the one responsible. You have the freedom to get out of that loop. You have the freedom to get out of the loop. So the people normally have cancer. The first thing that, what happened? They froze. Just like a deer in the middle of the street on the highway. And then when they come in traffic over here, they're frozen. So you shut down your immune system, you shut down the whole thing. That's why a doctor told you, you can have 3 months to live. They die exactly 3 months. You know, I have 2 cancer directors in the United States studied with me. Okay, the 2 directors, both running the cancer centers. Then this is what they told me. 师父, because of you, and I began to change that mindset. I told my patients, nobody have the authority to tell you you only have 3 months. Nobody have the authority to tell you you have 1 year. Nobody have the authority to tell you you have half a year. Nobody have the authority to tell you you have 1 month. No, they don't have the authority. No, this is what he told me. 10 years later, everyone live much longer. They don't have that concept anymore. You understand? That is the big problem. They go through the stats. They know that a conventional medicine is not solving the problem. And then they see, statistically, you're going to be dying this time. And then they follow the instructor's orders. They follow the doctor's orders. That's the problem. Nobody have that authority to commit anybody to death sentence. That's what I see. So what I'm here is to give people a light. Let people see we have another way. That's what it is. We have the freedom to take over the power. We have the freedom to take the innate power, the innate intelligence, to see in the inside, to see ourselves with our own light, with each person's own light. That's what I see. That intelligence, that innate power, that innate immune ability, we are solve the problem. Because we are built, we are made to solve problems. We are made to destroy disease. We are made to clean up. We are made to clean up all the toxins. We are made to coherent our energy with the cosmic, because we are part of the cosmic. We are part of the nature. We are the holistic part of the nature, because we are the integral whole of the universe. That's what it is. That's why I study not only biology, I have a degree, not only medicine, physiology, I have a degree, but I studied quantum physics. Why I was studying quantum physics? Because quantum physics said clearly from Einstein, E equals mc squared. Everything is energy. When the energy is coherent, everything is not a problem. The disease is caused by the incoherence of the energy flow. The Chinese people said over 2,000 years ago, The Taoists say that disease is because of the imbalance, because of the disharmony. The Buddhists said 1,000 years ago. And we are the holographic world. It's an illusion when you see all this disease. It's an illusion when you see all these problems. It's an illusion you see all these diseased cells. So that's why I want to see if I can bridge together the biology, the quantum physics, the Zen consciousness, and the Kung Fu, and the nutrition, the Chinese medicine, put them together. See if we can do something to help the patients. That's what I do. Because I practice Chinese medicine since the 1970s. Thousands of people come through my hands. They not only just do well, they do better than any hospitals can provide. I can guarantee that one. Without side effects. That's the truth. So what I see is that bridge them together, and we can see that I cannot tell you the whole truth, at least much more truth than we see from the physical world. And then go beyond the physical world, the atomic world, the quantum world, the holographic world. And because in that world, we are virtual reality. We are issue of ourselves is that virtual self. And then that virtual self can be changed because of the projection. If we change the origin of the projection light, and we will be changed. That's the reality. So that's why Kung Fu help people, Qigong help people, acupuncture help people, acupressure help people, the nutrition help people, and the mindset help people. Because the state of mind is a crucial thing over here. So that's why I designed this program. I call it 6 modules. What are the 6 modules? First is the breathing. The breathing is the most vital thing. Many years ago, 1990s, when I spoke to a group of people from Harvard, from George Washington University, from Johns Hopkins University, 75 doctors, I spoke to them about the breathing, about Chinese medicine. You know how many people know how to breathe? Only one person who did TM. They call transcendental meditation. That's the only guy from Harvard, and he did a little bit of transcendental meditation. The rest of all the others, they even during the break, because of my 3.5 hours talk, somebody even took a break, to smoke, and I was so mad. I got that doctor, say, you, do you know how to breathe? I said, no, I don't. Do you know how to eat? Yeah, I just eat this. I said, do you know how to live? He said, why you talk to me like that? I said, you are a doctor, are you? He said, yes, I graduated from Harvard. You graduated from Harvard. You don't know how to breathe. You don't know how to eat. You don't know how to respect people. You don't know how to build that energy. Are you wasting life? Of course, those days I was very, very, very sharp. I don't give a dime about where they're from. They're from Harvard, from Johns Hopkins. I don't care, because they come to see me, come to my class. I give them. I'm not going to give them hell. I'm give them a good lesson to listen. Yeah, he get a little bit embarrassed. He's a little bit overweight, and of course later on I just talked to him. I said, well, I didn't mean to embarrass you. But the way you behave really can destroy your health. That's what I told him. Later years, and he become a friend. So what I see is that because the conventional doctor, what they study is the book. What they study is the chemical. What they study is the pathology. What they study is the drugs. What they study is the modern thing. This conventional thing. This thing lasted for the last 50 years. They don't go anywhere. The quantum physics is already here, but everybody in medicine is still here. It is sad. So what I do, I'm not really into medicine per se. What I'm into is health care. Instead of disease care from the hospitals, what I see is the health care, is the energy, is the nutrition. It is what do we eat, what do we behave, and what do we vibrate that energy. That's what it is about. So what I see over here is that environment, that feng shui. What is the feng shui? Feng shui is who you are associated with, what kind of environment you are, and you become. Feng shui including eating, because what do you eat give you what kind of minerals, what kind of junk you're going to consume. That's a part of the feng shui. And your environment, your flow of energy in your house, your flow of energy in your yard, your flow of energy in your bedroom, flow of energy in your sitting room, your living room, because all that affects you. That is the energy affect you. So besides that, I see, and also the feng shui within yourself. People always tell me, 师傅, you always bring feng shui to us. Because I go somewhere, and because my personality, because I always smile, always give some energy, they always believe. All the Chinese people believe I give feng shui to everybody. And it doesn't matter where it is. I feel I'm connected. That's what it is. And that's why I can bring feng shui to people. And just like one of my students, Bat, who is from Mobile actually, and that was 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, 1999. What is the year? Okay, this is not, it's not 10 years ago. It's many years ago now. 1999, she came here because of Deepak Chopra. Have you heard of Deepak Chopra? Deepak Chopra introduced her to study with me because she had a stage 4 cancer, become bone marrow cancer. And she went to California, and Deepak Chopra said, well, there's a master in Mobile. You can maybe visit him, and he can help you. So I worked with her for 6-7 years, and she was dying. Of course, stage 4 cancer spread all over the place. But she eventually passed away. The day before she passed away, she came to my office. She said, 师傅, she knelt down to the ground, said, 师傅, I disappointed you. I did to myself. And she realized that she did it to herself. What happened is she studied with about 2 years, she left. And then she began to practice on her own. And then, like the last 2 years before she passed away, because her husband got infected with a lot of diseases, she didn't take care of her husband, and she didn't take care of herself at all. She's just totally overwhelmed, no sleep, no good behavior. That's what it is. And her situation come back. And then, that's just what it is. So that's why I say the accountability is important. I'm glad I studied with you guys and over here at London Real because of the accountability. The accountability is so important because that's what I teach all my life. I trained over 100 champions. I trained a lot of people who have different diseases, but the accountability speaks. If you really follow through, you will have a great life. If you say, well, I'm healed. Okay, I can do whatever I want to do. I'm going to eat all kinds of crazy things. I'm going to behave all kinds of crazy things. I'm going to drink all kinds of crazy things. You're going to go back to the drain. That's where it came from. That's over. A lot of people, that is the biggest problem with people. That's my experience with the cancer patients. So that's why I designed this program. Number one is the breath. Okay, breathing every day. Let's say just do 15 minutes. I introduced it the other day with the people. It is on my videotape actually, and it's a free videotape if you want to visit. It's a Dora Academy. You get 3 videotapes for free. That breathing is over there. Next is meditation. Meditation is important because I studied a variety of meditation. Of course, I studied the Indian meditation, I studied the Buddhist meditation, I studied Taoist meditation, and I come up with my own meditation because each person I see can meditate on his or her own way because I don't see people really can teach people every step of the way. You follow people all your life. There's no way. You give them a little bit of taste, you give them a door, give them a window so they can travel on their own. That's what I see. So I normally introduce people since the very beginning of the meditation, and then they can travel on their own and they find their own door, find their own way to expand, to heighten. Then there's a Zen Tai gong. Zen Tai meditation, Zen Tai gong. Tai gong Tai means the universe, the macro, the microscopic. So both worlds, and you basically, you are the microcosm of the universe. That's the way I always say it. And then it's a motion. We are motion. We are life motion. When your brain is still alive, you have motion. When your body is still alive, you have motion. When you're no motion, you're dead. And then that motion, that real motion, is gone back to the universe. Okay, that's what I see. So Tai Gong is about emotion. It's about a live motion at this body, with this shell, with this puppet, and then you move the motion and to cultivate this puppet, cultivate this clothing, and to make that body more resilient, last very, very all the way. That's what I see. So that motion is important. That's called Zen Tai Gong. And then next I normally do is called Deru recipe. The recipe in cooking, the recipe in salad, the recipe in smoothies. You know, everybody knows that I do most time I do smoothies. I rarely cook a little bit, just to kind of enjoy my old taste, the Chinese taste. And most time I do smoothies. Morning smoothies, lunch smoothies, evening smoothies. That's all I do. You know, I call 7-color smoothies. No, I don't go all the way. Every time I do 7 colors, up to 7 color, sometimes 9 color. I put 7 because, you know, one of my friend over here, she loves 7. The other day she said, I love 7. Okay, I'll put 7. That's kind of reminding me of 7. That's why I did the 7. I said 7 colors. I normally do 3, minimum 3 to 7 colors to 9 colors. And because why colors important? Because color really give you pigment. Colors give you different frequency. Colors give you that natural adaptation to different environment. And the colors very important to me, because also my state of mind like these different colors. Because I involved with different white people, you know, black people like me, and the yellow people like other people, you know, so all kinds of people. And so colors important. So next thing I do is feng shui. Feng shui, I told you guys, feng shui is important to me because the energy flow, the coherence with the universe, coherence with the surroundings, coherence with the people, those are belong to the feng shui and the arena. And then you have the last one. Of course, not in the last one. I have a lot more, but this is basically what the last one. I call it the Gunfu Training. You know, because I do Kung Fu my life. What is Kung Fu? Kung Fu here is the practice. It is continuous, consistent practice without stop. Never give up. Never give up. So perseverance. Is that a grit? What is the grit? You have the passion. You follow the passion. You forever until you die. And that is, I call grit. That's what I did. You know, I did this since I was a child. I did all my life with the Kung Fu, you know. And it doesn't matter you play piano, doesn't matter you do medicine, doesn't matter you do horns, doesn't matter you do trumpet, or doesn't matter you do a dance, it's the same thing. It's a Kung Fu. And so Einstein is one of my best Kung Fu partner. You heard about Albert Einstein. Even though we live in different times, but according to you, but I think we live in the similar times. Albert Einstein, Max Planck, Neil Bohr, David Bohr, my friend, who is also happened to be the spiritual son of Albert Einstein. You know, all these people are my friends, like a Bodhidharma, you know, and Gautama. And all these people, I feel, we have the similar frequency. And that's how you put people together. And my most close probably friend is Bruce Lee. Probably you guys probably heard of him. And Bruce Lee is one of my best friends. I know I never met him actually. I never met him, but I met his spirit. I didn't meet his daughter. I didn't meet his wife. We became friends for many, many years, since probably 25 years ago. But I never actually met him himself. But I do have his spirit and with me all the time. And I feel we are coherent in many, many ways. So with that regard, I want to see Bruce Lee want to change the world to be more harmonious. You know, the minorities standing up for the minorities. Over here, I don't. I stand up for what? For that person, me. And I want to stand up for the humanity. Because I believe myself, I am the humanity. I believe myself, I'm the nation. I believe myself, I'm the universe. Because I believe everybody is the universe. We are part of that, integral part of that universe. That's what I say. So the program I'm doing, besides this thing, and I want to see everybody understand your power, your innate intelligence, your innate energy is more important than any other drugs, any authorities, any hospitals, any religion per se. It is you take that responsibility. It is you take that accountability, and you travel. And then you're going to change everything. So I want to see, before we leave, I want to see you guys listen to me. And I have this program. This program, I'm going to give it to everybody, basically give it to everybody. It's, whole program is about $999. And then I have a book. I'm going to give the first 20 people the book for free. The book is like $29. And then also a lesson. It's like a short lesson, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, normally I charge $199 for 15 minutes for private lesson. So I also give it to you. And then I only charge you a quantum number because it's a lucky number. 369. That's a quantum lucky number. That's why I'm going to charge you. That is $36.99. So that's a 369. So it's cheap. Basically, I just give it to you. It doesn't really. But why I have to charge $36.99? Because I want to see you spend money. You accountable. You are responsible. You must take that first step. That's all it is. Nothing. The $36 affect me, not affect me, because I take one student. It's over $2,000. For Atlanta at least. I do one student is $2,000 at least. $36. I give you this whole program, and so it has nothing to do with the money. It is you take the responsibility, and I feel I'm responsible. If you ask me some questions, I will give you some answers. That's what it's about. I want you to go to my website, Dura Academy, and press the button, buy that whole program. Okay, it's over $1,000 program. You only get it for $36.99. Thank you. Okay, now I want to do something. Okay, and I already promised I'm going to do some meditation. I'm going to do some movements. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, and you just follow me, and we probably will do some just a simple meditation. I'm not going to do sitting meditation. I'm going to do standing meditation. Okay, I'm going to do take on just the very beginning, some breathing, very beginning, some light motion, some coherent motion. That's what it is. Okay, and everybody follow me, do a little bit. Okay, take a deeper breath. It looks like I don't move. Actually, I am moving. My brain is moving. My cortex is moving. All my brain cells are moving. My shoulder cells are moving. My spinal cord is moving. My hips, all the energy are moving. All the energy along my spinal cord are moving. My whole body is moving. Take a deeper breath. Raise your hands up to each side. Out. In. Slowly breathe in. Over here, the movements are very, very simple. However, it's the breath, the mind, the energy, the sense of feel, the sense of connection, the motion, they all mingle together like an orchestra, working together in synchronization so that the energy can be totally coherent. They all synchronize together in resonance with the universe, in resonance with the nature. That's very, very important. The calmness, the silence of the mind are crucial over here. So movement is not a complex, but the whole thing together are also simple. But when you do it every single day, get that energy flow, get that energy transmission, it takes time to be coherent. So this is something I always teach when I start with any kind of patients. That's the very beginning of breath, the very beginning of meditation, the very beginning of movements. Now you have it. That's the very start, very beginning of the start. So if you start this, and everything else is a secondary. So over here, I do not have a lot of time to get into this, deeper and deeper. And in the future, if we become friends, we can travel together. If you're in touch with me, and then we can work together. Yes, I have probably present it, demonstrate it, give lessons, probably to over at least 2 million people, worldwide. But I kind of lost the touch for the last 10 years. I haven't done anything. But it was me. Now I feel I'm young again, and I just want to revise myself and then get into the world, do something for the next 50 years. At least 50 years, what I see. And do something. And for the humanity. Because I am the humanity. When I leave this body, I did something for this body and for all the bodies in this human world. That's my mission. So go to the website to see and to buy that 369. It's very cheap. You cannot get that cheap. I'm going to tell you. Okay, this is the only chance you get. Okay, you probably don't have another chance. This lifetime opportunity. Seize it. Now, besides that, I want to see when you get in touch with me, when you get into that email, when you get into that box, when you get into that group, and then a lot of things will work together in the future. Okay, and then I have other programs, accountability programs, I have other programs, the whole training programs, I have other programs like not only just treat a different disease, but I'm probably well known for training fighters, training high performers, training CEOs. We have a lot of programs coming up in the future, and we're going to work on. And I hope you guys get in touch with each other, get in touch with each other, with me. Okay, now I have a few minutes. I want to see everybody, and if you guys have some questions, I'll be glad to answer. I see over here, that was movie office over there. Okay, anybody have any questions? You guys are free to ask questions too.
You say you eat smoothies, no food?
Yeah, and most times I eat most smoothies. Yes, smoothies probably I do most time, and I do vegetable smoothies. I do fruit smoothies. I do nuts smoothies. I combine the smoothies, and just you name it. If you people say, "Oh, what do you put in it?" I told them, except except the gunpowder, except the detergent, I put anything. So normally it's a variety of things. Every day I change it. There's not a single day is the same.
And when you're doing your exercises, what are the humming noises that you're making when you're doing the opening?
When I do the opening, sometimes I do when a group, I want everybody coherent. I never make noise. I would make the universal, the sound from the NASA. The sound is kind of coherent with the earth breathing. The sound is coherent with the sun breathing. The sound is coherent with the galaxy. So that's what I try to see, to be coherent, to listen, to vibrate that frequency together with the universe.
Is this
the best I know?
This program good for people that are not sick with cancer?
This is not really what I say. The worst is the stage 4 cancer. The worst, because they're dying. Okay, the doctor told them they're dying. Everybody told them they're dying. But I just tell them they can live if they want to. If they want to listen, if they want to turn on the the bright light in the universe, if they just open the window, if they just open the door, if they just open the curtain, yes, they can live. That's all I do. That's all I do is wake them up. It's lighten them up. It's give that ripple effect. I hope everybody get inspired and to do something from that desperation. That's why I call my program is a transformation from desperation to actuality of healthy living. That's what it is. It's not me. It's everybody takes that responsibility. Everybody can do it. If the cancer patients for all these years can do with me, anything else is secondary. Nothing cannot be done. That over hundreds kind of disease they put them together. They can survive. How can you not survive? How can you not survive? How can you not be able to survive? You got to be joking with me. What kind of excuses you gonna have? What kind of excuses you gonna have? What kind of excuses you gonna have?
Are you gonna?
All I say is take that personal yourself. Take the power to yourself and take the responsibility to yourself, and then travel with that freedom. That freedom comes with full responsibility, full accountability. That's what it is.
Are you gonna, when you go into the nutrition program, are you gonna suggest to them, like, I know if you walk into a health food store today, there's thousands of different makers of supplements.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you going to recommend to them what supplements?
It's all nutrition. So I will cook food. I cook a little bit, and then I will do a smoothie. And I try to do smoothie as quickly as I can because I don't want to get people bored. I want to see, and I will make the video. Yeah, exactly what kind of video, and then I will give you that specific nutrition advice. Okay, let's say I'll get a cabbage. Okay, I'll get not only just a normal cabbage. I want to get a purple cabbage. I want to get a melon. Okay, I want to get a cucumber. I want to get maybe a carrot. Why I want to use this carrot? Why I want to use this cucumber? Why I want to use this nuts? I have a reason behind. Not from the Zen conscious standpoint of view, but from the Chinese medical standpoint of view, from nutrition point of view. For the video, for short introductory, I don't want to overwhelm people. I want to get specifics, just a short lessons, and then so that I can start with, and then we can go deeper. Because there are 6 videos, takes about 6 weeks, and to finish. Yes.
Do you believe that organic is important?
Oh yes, it's not I believe it. I see the natural thing. The more natural, the better. That's to me. If you get chemicals, if you get other, mutations, if you get other clone, I just don't feel. I don't see it's natural. I don't see the human beings should use chemicals, use others to integrate, to mutate, and that's not my cup of tea. I don't see that. Good questions. Any questions you have? Come on. Okay, Mike, would you unmute her, please? Mike, are you there? Would you unmute her? Yes.
So, wow, you have a lot of energy.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. So,
Any questions, please?
You also went to India. You said you went to India and you did India meditation. What
Yeah, I
kind
have a
of
friend, Chris Murray, and he doesn't believe the Indian meditation, all that. He's on his own. Actually, he studied some Buddhism. He studied a lot of things, so he just forgot. he tried to go his own way. But yes, I know a lot of Indian friends. A lot of Indian friends study with me. A lot of Indian friends study with me. I have a lot of students from India, and then I also study from Indian friends. Yeah, we kind of work together. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love those things.
Right.
Yes, and then one of my Indian friends from India, and he traveled with me to China, and then he stayed with me for 21 days. Because I have a group travel to China, to different mountains. I do meditation, and we work together. And he said, "Wow, I love it." When he finished it, he loved it. Yes.
So, yeah, it's a very different tradition, but I think there's a lot to learn there.
Yes, there are a lot of, because I studied the Taoism, I studied Buddhism, because the Shaolin temple is a Buddhist temple, and the Zen is a Buddhist. However, there are a lot of cross wisdom over there. There are a lot of cross wisdom. There's some differences, a lot of differences, but there are a lot of similarities. We're all human beings. We're all human beings. We see things a lot of similar ways. And but we have a different culture, different makeup, different things we want to, get into. But overall, I think we are human beings. Yes. Yes.
Did you hear that Lao Tzu is Siddha Boga in India?
Oh yes.
You heard that? Okay.
Yes. He's originally I want to put him as my alter ego. Eventually, I put a few people. He's one of them, and then I see Bruce Lee probably more connect to me than anything. So I eventually put Bruce Lee.
You're both so pretty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now that's the end of it. And then anybody who want to really travel on that path, want to really get into your own health, want to take over the power of your healing, go to the website, and you can go to any other people's website to have a look and to have some investigation and to learn, and then to learn about ourselves, and to learn about humanity, to learn about the nature, to learn about the whole universe, and each one of us. And then I think it's a beautiful thing. Thank you. And okay, that's it for today. Okay, I appreciate it very much. Thank you, guys. All right, that's the end. Okay, good. We're finished.
Awesome job.